because yesterday was Thanksgiving. So for the first half of this gathering, there's this sense I had that people just want to talk. They don't want to listen. And at one point, I had to say, I am an expert on these things. Yet I couldn't get a word in. But when there's a whole bunch of people, you really can't educate anybody. Because there's just too many people who want to say something. And when the most you can say is 2 sentences, you're just not going to get anywhere. So I had to spend about an hour or so there, just struggling to fix some of the ignorance, and having to listen to a lot of just ignorant thinking. And later on, we ended up getting into a conversation, me and 3 other people. So at that point, it seemed like these people did want to hear about my viewpoint, and it got really interesting. So this was after dinner, and the 3 of them were talking before I was there. I think the health stuff sparked some kind of discussion they were having, and then the 60th man called me over because he wanted to talk to me about some things. I forget what it was. So it wasn't the big stuff. Now keep in mind, they were just having a casual conversation. I don't think they were really interested in getting really healthy. Yeah, the 60th man, I remember him saying something about, today we know certain scientific facts about health and diet. And then he talked about how when he was young, they knew less, different stuff, and what will it be like in 1,000,000 years, he said. And then I tried to understand what exactly he was saying. I was doing this all night. You see, I like to try to figure out what someone's getting at, or what their mindset is. And a lot of times I can't do that, because you can't really debunk somebody until you know what to debunk. You can't educate someone unless you figure out what they're not educated in. I'm not sure what he was getting at, but of course I have an idea. I think you do too. But then he brought up something, but then he switched to another line of discussion. He's jumping around a lot, as you do when you're drinking, I guess. This was an interesting one that you like, since we're all on the internet now. He said that he thinks in today's age with the internet, that the internet, he said he never goes on the internet. And that it's not a good thing to do, because you can find any crap, and the worst crap, on the internet. So I wanted to get into that with him. So I started off with agreeing with that. But I said, I think the internet is better than the old tools that we had. And I was getting ready to explain the reasons why, which is what I do here in my videos. It's the why and the how. Those are the important things to know. But he cut me off right away, as people do, especially when they've been drinking. And my next chance to speak, I said, but you didn't let me explain my reasoning behind that. I basically won this section of the conversation when I said you can get the worst stuff on the internet, but you can also get the best. The things I've learned on the internet, you could never get on TV. They wouldn't put this on TV. Bam! But for the most part, people didn't want to listen long enough to understand anything. People don't shut up long enough to realize how ignorant they are. And it wasn't until afterwards that I thought, Maybe the reason they were willing to have that conversation in the first place is because they'd all been drinking the whole day. Now that I'm way out here, I can say what I really wanted to say. You ignorant fools! And also this gathering got me realizing something. People tend to marginalize health and diet and treat it like it's not really a big deal. You live, you die, no problem. That's amazing. Are they that ignorant? I don't know about that. But at the same time, don't they realize that I'm really into it? The opposite from them. Morning. And health and diet is a priority for me. It's like a way of life. And people hardly ever question why I'm so into it when they're not. Can't they see that there's something to this? If you thought this video was good, please give it a thumbs up. I gotta get to 1,000 subscribers. It's moving real slow, I don't know why. I'll see you in the comments below. And then I was getting ready to explain the reasons why.